It's getting chilly in here, and I'm not talking about just the weather. That's right, Cryo Bombardiers are here for the week in Boom Beach. It's actually going to be my first time seeing them in action, so should be a fun time. But today's video, ironically enough, is not about the Cryo Bombardiers. We finally got our Warriors maxed, or quite a while ago, but today we're going to be looking at max level Warriors. It is part of our series of checking out all of the max level troops. We definitely have some more to come up to. And of course, no better way to show them off than unboosted, taking down Dr. T and his wonderful island base. And just so you guys are aware, I know I've been a little bit absent, especially from the Boom Beach. Don't worry, I still love this game, and I am still here. As always, I am the resident dweller of the underworld, Dark Anubis, coming at you guys. And yeah, today's video is focusing on Warriors. On top of that, we are kind of parked for the warship season, unfortunately. We kind of just got a little bit lazy, got the 6 and 6, and decided not to even hit, so it is very unfortunate, but that's just how it goes. It's all good though. We will be back next season, bigger, badder, better than ever. Just a little off season for us. First couple stages, nothing crazy. We're actually just going to run through the stages, let our warriors do what they do. So yeah, as far as the content's concerned, I do know it's been a very different landscape. We are trying out different stuff. Like I said, we want to bring our channel to variety. I know some folks say it's probably not the smartest decision, especially considering we formed this channel through the Boom Beach community, but I like doing a little bit of everything. I'm having fun with other games currently. RuneScape has caught a lot of my attention with the temporary game mode, so if you guys continue to support it, we'll continue to put out the videos. We'll probably put them out anyway, just to get a feel and gauge of who's all into that type of content. It'll be an every other day kind of thing, maybe every couple days. Lots of stuff. It's gonna be like a 100, 200 hour grind, so it should be fun. I'm excited for it. But with all that being said, this video is all about the Boom Beach and all about the Warriors. Mind you, we are unboosted, but we do have a lot of goodies this week. Today I think they disappear, maybe tomorrow. Oop, shameless shout out, just kidding. If you guys enjoy the content, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, it is free. We are getting closer and closer to 500. It's a slow grind, but I appreciate you all, and I would love to hit that 500. I think the end of the year is a little bit hopeful, but maybe by the beginning of the year, maybe end of January, we can hit that 500. Make sure you also turn on those bell notifications. As I was saying though, kind of showing off the warrior power by doing unboosted hits, which I think is the best way to kind of go about it. Because, you know, not everyone has the the power powder to boost up warriors, and that is totally okay, because as you can see, warriors can get the job done as long as you have just a little bit of GB to help them, as we're going to show off in these few stages using the smoke tactics that I believe are so underrated and truly OP. Oh, that's right. Forgot my train of thought. So this week actually, or the first few days of this week I should say, are going to be really great because we have one tiny shocks that are here, which are great for like those particular defenses that might be out of the way, or that one critical defense or prototype, especially in operations. 30-second freeze time on a singular building, which may seem like it's not that great, but that is a lot of time. And then of course the Cryo Bombardiers that are coming out to play. I've tested them out a little bit. We're going to be doing at least 1 or 2 videos this week on them, just kind of showing them off. They're fun. I don't know that they're so strong that you should take them all completely instead of Bombardiers. Maybe kind of a little bit of a mixture. They also have some weird targeting stuff that we're going to kind of look at and maybe define why exactly that happens. I have to kind of look up the information, but clearly their targeting system is different than the usual Zookas and or Bombardier stuff, so still cool though. Still do a decent amount of damage, so we will have some fun with them. I'm kind of just going in here to stage 5. As you can see, straight up smoke tactics, and there's that tiny shock being utilized to just keep that shock launcher at bay, which is the big problem. A little bit of splash damage hits the warriors. It's not the end of the world for them. They can make it work. But yeah, as far as content on the channel is concerned, we're doing all kinds of different stuff right now. As you guys may have seen, we do have a co-op streams that we do with the misses at least once every week, maybe every 2 weeks. We want to continue to do that series, so hopefully you guys are supporting that. Even if you guys watch the VODs, that'd be amazing. Just because we enjoy doing it, we hope you guys enjoy the content that it brings. We also have our other games that we're doing, Among Us for instance, that we try to do on the weekends. We did get back to it this weekend. It was a fun, hilarious, great session on Sunday, so if you guys didn't catch that, make sure you watch that. And expect to try to get back to normal of it at least once over the weekend, maybe twice. A lot of real life stuff happening, you know, and things that are trying to get taken care of, so my time has been a little bit occupied. Plus, trying to do gaming and all that stuff is keeps me busy, but in a good way. We're going to be looking at doing all kinds of different stuff. Lots of plans. You know, some stuff may slow down, especially during the holidays and stuff like that. But expect, like, spring, maybe summer of next year, things are really going to kick off on the channel. We're going to go grinding hard. I'm thinking about getting myself a PC here in the future. I don't know how soon that will be. But yeah, that way I can make a lot more content on a lot of different games. Kind of hard to do with just a mobile and a Switch and or PlayStation, or whatever the case is. But we make with what we do. Make do with what we got. Yeah, that's the way to say it. And yeah, as long as you guys enjoy what we put out, we will continue to put it out. And like I said, I put out games that I truly believe are fun and I think can be an interesting watch. I know not everybody likes the same type of stuff, and I understand that most of the community is from the Boom Beach community, but hopefully we have some folks that enjoy watching the content regardless of the game. We're also going to try to do some funkier stuff with Boom Beach. Like I said, a lot of the main island stuff does pretty okay, I would say. I know Warships is always a big hit. We do Warships when we can. You know, I never meant to be a Warship streamer. There are plenty of people that got that lock and load it, and we are simply just a casual player. But I'd love to do maybe some tier lists and start to do like tutorial videos for especially the folks that get into Boom Beach. There are still new people coming in, and folks that maybe find it a little bit hard to get into the scene because they don't really know how to start out. So, and I know that just by playing with my task force alone, there are a lot of new guys that come in. So I want my videos to kind of be that bridge that helps folks get into Boom Beach, learn the what I believe are the right strats, subjectively speaking perhaps, always offensive of course, but just the stuff that maybe would have been nice to know when I was coming up the metaphorical ladder, and I'm sure some folks still don't know, to be honest. I know there are folks that are max level that still find out new information each and every day and maybe have some false information and stuff like that. So we want to make sure our information is as accurate as possible. So I make sure to always do research, to look into stuff, test it out myself, and hopefully bring out that content to the folks who are new to the game or maybe just wanting to learn something else. So, well, like I said, we'll be doing stuff like tier lists and things like that. I think it could be fun as far as, you know, statue setups, troop combinations, maybe some cool information on, you know, certain troops, prototypes, targeting stuff. All kinds of stuff that revolves around the game, I think is extremely important. And as I've been ranting, I just realized we completely decimated Dr. T, so we are clearly just testing out the Warriors action on some player bases. For the most part, nothing too crazy. This base was a little bit funky for me, but we just said whatever. We decided we were going to try it anyway, because there wasn't too much splash by the core. Mind you, this is all being done unboosted, so the Warriors, as strong as they are maxed, still can die, still can get hurt. So, as you can see, you lose some. The nice thing about Warriors is they're one of the cheapest troops to retrain and have one of the lower retrain times at only 3 minutes per troop, just behind riflemen, I believe. So not too terrible. I say it's a decent risk, but it's got a great reward paying off, especially for the folks who might be having a hard time taking down the higher level folks. I know when I was coming up the ranks, warriors were a big part of crushing those max level opponents as like an HQ 18, HQ 19. Zukas were also great, but like I said, we're showing off what these tribal men, with their speed, their hammers, and their tenacity can get done. And we absolutely love corner bases. We prefer that most people will go corner bases, but I think some folks get smart and know that a lot of people do use warriors on these corner bases. I've actually seen my fair share of folks trying to, you know, mine up that corner so that folks can't run up and smoke troops in the back. Tiny Shock's actually huge here because that pop pot's back there would absolutely decimate the warriors just on that singular thing. That way we can do big shocks on the shock launcher and stuff to that side. So I think that's actually a great use and a great showing of how strong Tiny Shocks can be. Some decent loot from this guy, and not much warriors dead there, so it doesn't really matter to someone who has instant training, but for the folks who don't have it, I think still a great base to mess up. This was another funky base. I think the biggest problem for this base for me was just the GBE to get all the way back there, but once you're back there, there's really not too much to worry about. Most of this base is front-loaded. It almost looks like a Hammerman defense base, which is entirely possible since I think Hammerman was yesterday, so the individual may have decided not to switch their base back to its normal thing. Biggest thing I will say with warriors is you always want to make sure you try to clear out the shock mines. Want to make sure they have a nice clear path. A couple green mines aren't terrible. You definitely want to try to take them out as much as possible. Boom mines will kill them, and you gotta hope that your warriors don't all stand on a single tile, because one boom mine, ironically enough, can take out like 5 or 6 warriors, which is pretty crazy. But little speed up for that hit. It's just gonna take a while, so we decided, hey, why not speed it up? We usually don't do that because we like to show all of our hits, but that is how it goes. I think that might be our final hit of the video. Yep, that is our final hit. Just kind of doing some looking around, but I think we decided not to do all the upgrade and all that stuff. So as usual, I am the resident dweller of the underworld, the casual player's player, the David to Max Player's Goliath, and a true lover of warriors. I will see you all very soon. As always, peace.